I find it totally infuriating the way that creative people in general are not given the tools, not taught the things they need to know in order to build successful creative lives. I look at my own kids and they are really interested in art. They love to draw. You know, my son is convinced he's going to become George Lucas when he grows up, meaning he's going to run a multimedia empire, not do Star Wars. He has his own empire in mind. Going from that to, okay, what does that look like? How do you actually make that happen? You've got to be good at making the work or you're not going to have a successful professional creative life. But it's just the start. It's just the beginning. And then how do you reorganize your life around the principle that this is actually what you want to do? This is how you want to spend your time. Make sure it happens in the real world. It's not just imaginary. It's not just a notional idea that you want to be a creative person. We as artists and creative people, the way we are treated in society is like magical half-wits or something. You know, we're purple unicorns. Like we walk into the room and we're so beautiful and magical, but like we can't really do anything mathematical, or we can't manage time or money or people or our businesses or anything. And it's all bullshit. Like it's just crap. Like we can't, it's utter crap. When I work with people in the Creative Focus Workshop, I talk a lot about the idea of having a scientific mindset. Magical thinking, out. Not interested in applying horoscopes to this or like crystals, you know, and I'm really also not interested in positive affirmations and those kinds of things. Even stuff that feels not particularly magical, but really it's magical thinking. It's like, I'm just going to say this thing and something's going to happen. The universe will answer, that kind of stuff. That holds people back, you know? And what really needs to happen is people need to take actions. They need to do things and test and change. I hate to call what I do productivity because it's much more about resiliency and life alignment. I've never seen anybody doing what I'm doing in terms of misusing the principles of business productivity in order to support the kind of work that we actually want to be doing. You know, there's all this stuff like about productivity out there, life hacks and all this other stuff, or just how many more widgets can you crank out, essentially. And there's lots of critiques of that kind of thinking that essentially boil down to, on your deathbed, are you going to be happy that you were more productive at this thing? You know, that you were better at writing email or something like that, right? And of course, everybody goes, no, that's not what I want. I'm not interested in that. But the kind of productivity that I'm interested in is the kind that it has to do with making the work that truly matters to us. And how do you make space in your life for, you know, writing your novel or creating your film cycle, all those kinds of things, or even building a business that's exactly what you want and responsive to your life and what you need. And would you be happy on your deathbed that you did more of that? Yeah, I think you would. Yeah, I think actually you'd be really happy about that. I want to empower people. I want people to feel like they have the ability to run their own lives and to run them the way they want to run them and to make decisions that are going to serve them and the people that they love and are going to make their lives better. And the core underlying principle of everything I teach and do is that you can take control of your life. You know, you can be in charge, but you have to choose to be in charge, and being in charge entails responsibility. And that's hard because most of the people I work with, most people I know, colleagues, friends, whatever, who are creative, they love making the stuff, but they don't really want to take responsibility for it in the world. They really want to hand it off to somebody, to a publisher or an agent or some magical person who's going to make it all happen for them. They don't want to ever touch it again. They don't want to think about it again. Boy, I wish that were true. That would be nice. But we all know realistically it's not true. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of responsibility. It takes time. Like you have to really dive deep to understand what it's about and find the way in which the concepts underlying it apply to me and what I want to do and the way I want to be in the world and the way that I want to help people. I didn't know I could create a business. I didn't know how to do that. And that process was incredibly difficult and challenging, not only at a technical level, but also at a mindset level, because as an artist, I came up through like punk rock and comics, and business is the enemy. Like that is just evil, you know, and to be able to let that go and understand how these tools can be used by actual humans for good and not just for destruction of everything. that was tough, man. That was a really big switch for me. What I realized is that I did not invalidate anything I'd done before, and that what I'm doing now is 100% dependent on who I am as a cartoonist and as an author and all the things that I've done in the past. The reason people want to work with me and learn from me is because of who I am professionally and what I have gone through and what I understand about building a creative life. Me being able to talk to my students and clients as an equal, as a peer, it's why I know how to do what I do. I'm Jessica Abel, and I'm the founder of the Creative Focus Workshop, and my company's called Autonomous Creative.